who are from other countries.
That sounds about right. I did notice it got worse with each of the Karate Kids. The Rotten Tomato scores.
Oh, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. That's what
I never look at them.
The scores come up when I look up trivia and stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
The reason why I say that before I play the intro, fuck Rotten Tomatoes, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. I don't trust them. I trust people like us. I trust podcasters. If I know you are not doing these reviews, because I know you guys actually spend time sitting down, trying to enjoy them at least. Rotten Tomatoes, you guys are rotten fucks. Fuck you. That's what I think about you guys. And
everything has to be perfect for them. It has to be like an award-winning movie.
Oh, fuck that. But let's get into this intro before we get into this fun ass review and all that other shit. Wah! I'm on my martial arts shit tonight, guys. You know why? Because we're reviewing the fucking Karate Kid and the Last Motherfucking Dragon. Second to last, because I'm actually the last dragon. But we'll get into that later, another time. Doesn't matter, not important. I'm happy about this fucking episode. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to start talking about these two fucking movies. I can't. I really can't. I used to watch these movies a lot in the childhood. And I feel like I need to start watching them as an adult more. A little bit more. I'm just saying. But as soon as I shut the fuck up, we're all going to start popping off what we feel about these two legendary fucking films. Yes, I said legendary. And I may like one better than the other. But you'll have to watch the episode to find out. You have to stick around to find out. You'll have to stay here to find out. And with that said, I'm shutting the fuck up. Welcome to the show. Yes, welcome to the show. Oh, and shout out to the Scene Snobs. You guys are awesome. Damn. I shut the fuck up there. I mean, every word I said, even the last words I said.
Someone's pumped up.
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
I've watched these movies. I can't tell you how many fucking times just growing up as a kid. And
your volume seems a little low.
Low?
Uh-oh.
About now?
Nope.
Still nothing?
You're still low.
One more second. One more idea.
This is how excited he is and amped up. He's not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Let's do karate kicks.
He's just gonna sit there and shake.
He kicked wires out of the way. Fuck it all up.
It's the cocaine.
Yeah. Super Saiyan sturdy in a few minutes.
No, we don't hear you at all now.
I like that this happened after we went live and not for the half hour before while we were just chatting.
Boom.
There we go.
There it is.
I had to switch some things around. That's all, gentlemen. Oh, yeah. I've watched these movies so many fucking times as a kid growing up, and I just love 80s movies in general. Like, there's just that, it just brings me back to just sitting down. Like, for example, The Last Dragon. I used to watch that a lot with my older brother, a whole fucking lot. So it brings me back to those times. And then with the Karate Kid, I used to watch that a lot with like my younger brother, my younger cousins and shit like that. Three Ninjas and all of them. And yes, we'd pretend we were the ninjas.
Three Ninjas. I forgot about that.
We'd pretend we were you pretend you're anybody in this movie. And this is something that I miss as a kid. Is the race didn't even fucking matter. Like, if you're watching a Bruce Lee movie, you're Bruce Lee. You know what I mean? If you're watching The Last Dragon, you're Bruce Leroy. You know, you're fucking this dude here, Daniel, Mr. Miyagi. You're whoever you want to be in these movies as a kid. And now people are getting mad over a fucking mermaid. Fuck you guys too. I had to say that real quick. But like, these movies just brought me back to that. Like, it was fun. Like, I remember when me and my younger brother would fucking pretend to do martial arts with each other, and like even doing the tournaments and just being different names throughout the whole fucking, and just having a great, because of movies like this though. And that's why I'm so fucking excited for this episode.
Well, you know what? The Karate Kid was the movie that sparked a new, like the next generation, the 80s generation of karate loving movies.
Yeah.
Like everybody remember Bruce. I mean, Bruce Lee, of course, was huge, especially in the 70s, but it was the Karate Kid for all of us kids in the 80s that was like, we gotta learn karate. And I don't think it's ever really went away. Like, it just changed. No. It morphed into mixed martial arts and such.
Like, I still want one of the. I don't know what the hell you call it, but what Bruce Leroy was wearing throughout the movie.
The gi?
No, he wasn't. No, it wasn't the gi. He did have.
His ninja
no, the
whatever the fuck that shit was.
The silk looking type outfit that he wears. Yeah, there's a name for that. I can't.
Where he came with the flowers. Okay.
Fucking dope. That shit is so dope, and I was.
I could have. Oh, come on! I don't want to picture you in that.
Well, Aaron 100% needs to have an outfit like that with the hat and everything for the next time we do a martial arts film.
A black martial arts film. If we can, I'll tell you what. If we can find it, and it's not a ridiculous price, I'll get it and wear it. You guys know the fuck I will.
There's got to be like a Halloween costume version or something.
See, I want something that looks decent though. I don't want like a cheap Halloween costume for that. I got to take that shit serious. You think I want Bruce Leroy to come after me? No.
I maintain, and I know it's probably not agreed upon by everybody, but Chuck Norris owes his career to the Karate Kid and that boom, because he made martial arts movies beforehand. But if you look at his IMDb page, in 1984, Missing in Action came out. But Missing in Action 2, if you remember, was the more heavy martial arts movie. Everything else was just kind of like, it was there. It was martial arts, but it wasn't.
Just like Walker, Texas Ranger?
Well, Walker, Texas Ranger came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, I think his career was sparked by the love of, martial arts and karate after the Karate Kid.
Yeah. Then all the jokes come in. No one can beat Chuck Norris.
The Chuck Norris jokes were always were hilarious, but that's not something I thought of and something I could absolutely understand.
Sure, that happened a lot.
You still hear quotes from Karate Kid, the wax on, wax off thing. Who knew when they wrote that or even had that scene?
Which was also
people would still be saying that shit 30 years later.
Yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Oh,
wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Wax on, mouth off. Because Raphael always had a fucking attitude.
Yeah.
Had to throw that out there. Another childhood memory. I'm telling you, man. See what this does?
Another thing, the 80s movies that really caught on, literally was like a decade of underdog stories. So this wasn't just about karate. I thought it is the underdog story with the karate mixed in. So if you think about it, there's not a lot of actual karate in it or anything. Like, they don't get to the tournament. I guess we're talking about Karate Kid first, since we are going down this rabbit hole. But you don't even get to the tournament until I didn't realize it was 2 hours long. Honestly, when I started watching it, I assumed it was like an hour and a half. But they don't get to the tournament till the last half hour.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even start training with Miyagi or anything until at least an hour into the movie.
Yeah.
So that first hour, it's him getting his ass kicked and establishing that he's an underdog.
And he's trying to hook up the girl.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And he's unsuccessfully. I know he kind of gets her, but
she dumps him in a month.
I know, I love it.
No, but that's one thing I thought when I was watching this, for the kind of setup they're trying to do, where he's the underdog. He's not super awkward around her or anything. They kind of hit it off right away.
It's more of the poor and the rich thing.
Yeah.
She's the troublemaker in this, because Johnny just wanted to talk to her.
Yeah.
And Daniel, listen, we can go on who is the real bad guy, who isn't.
I like that theory. I agree with that theory, by the way.
But I don't disagree with it either. But when you really get down to it, Daniel started that fight. Johnny told him, dude, just take off. This is my girl, man.
Yep.
Should have respected it.
Technically, it was his ex.
And he didn't have to do the prank. That just fucking set it off more.
Technically, it was his ex, and maybe the way they were acting, he felt like she was in danger. And being from the East Coast, we always stick up for women. He stepped
in the East Coast. Did you know he owns hotels up in Lake George?
Who, Ralph Macchio?
Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah.
What does he
owns a hotel? He owns a hotel up in Lake George, New York.
Oh, nice. Dude, I will tell you, this is my father's most hated movie of all time.
Oh, are you
Wow.
serious? Okay, I want to know why.
And here's the funny reason why. So we're from Jersey, and
Okay.
Daniel is from Newark. We're from Jersey City. Those are two big cities up north. And when he goes, my father always said, he's like, I hate any movie where somebody from Jersey is getting beat up by a bunch of sissy California boys.
And you're not the only one that said
He
that.
does. He hates this movie. He's just like, no, that's
awesome.
bullshit.
But I mean, okay. Really quick to defend the movie into.
I love it. You know, I'm defending to me.
No. This is to your dad, Mr. Mixed Dad. No disrespect, Mr. Mixed Dad. No disrespect,
Mr. Mixed Dad.
But I get where you're coming from, like, because you would think he should be able to fight, but in the movie's defense, these guys were trained like they did no martial arts. They were trained fighters. So, and there was a bunch of them. So even if he is tough, even if he can fight,
but here's the thing: they are all trained fighters. They didn't have to jump them.
No,
Johnny could have one-on-one, or one of them would have one-on-one, but they jumped them like a gang. It didn't matter if they knew martial arts or not.
Yeah, but if they one-on-one,
you're still jumping them.
You have to build it. I feel like you have to build it more. You don't want that. You don't want that one-on-one fight in the beginning of the movie either with him.
Okay,
that's the last fight.
I do have a question. Anybody watch Cobra Kai?
No.
Oh yeah,
I have not yet.
All caught up.
Okay. Did they during that show, did it come to a realization that Danny didn't win the tournament? He should be disqualified and they take that trophy back, right? He wasn't a real school.
It's a joke, though. That's a joke. That's a running joke on it. And Johnny keeps saying, because now they're friends, and Johnny keeps saying to him, it was an illegal kick, right? So they make that joke constantly that it was given to him. And I love
because he signed up. They stole the black belt. He's not a real black belt. Miyagi don't have a real
Mr. Miyagi,
school.
I think, and I don't know how long it's been since I've seen this, but watching this now, it felt like watching it parts of it at least again for the first time. But watching Mr. Miyagi, I'm like, this is one of the greatest characters I've just ever seen. From
you gotta love
he's
him.
Hilarious,
legendary for this.
Yes,
the best quote I've ever heard about this movie is, Mr. Miyagi did not teach Daniel to believe in himself. He taught people how to kick him in the fucking head. That's it. There's no hope in this. There's no he just taught him. He's like, beat them and you're done. That's it. And the real story doesn't lie with Daniel at all, because if you really think about the true what really sparks this movie and as good as it is, it's Miyagi, about Miyagi, an immigrant who fought against his own people in World War II, while his wife lost a child in an internment camp. And Pat Morita was nominated for Academy Award for the performance, and Ralph Macchio was just kind of there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the drunk scene where you find that out, the producers, the Weintraub, Jerry, they wanted it cut. They thought it slowed the movie down. They didn't think it served on purpose. But the director fought for it. He's like, that needs to be in there.
Because it gives the background story of Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Which is important because he's kind of like his character. I guess you would. They try to make it seem like this, like, because how you were just pointing that out, it's about which you could say still that it's about Daniel. They make him like the main focus ish, but Miyagi's story, like he's the only story where he's the only one we really get a backstory for. Yeah. You don't really get a backstory from Daniel. You just know they're moving from Jersey. You don't know why did she lose her. Yes, she got another job, but did she lose her job? Was his dad there? Was his dad abusive? Like, was there shit going on where she was kind of
I don't know if his dad is dead or anything.
Not just going to get another job or a possible better job, but was she also running from something?
That's what they played on too. Mr. Miyagi was like a father figure.
Huh?
They left
Miyagi
Jersey.
was like a father figure.
I'm from like 3 minutes from where he's from. Of course I know why they left. It's the same reason I went to Los Angeles.
It's the smells.
The armpit of America.
So basically, guys, what I got from that is Mick, he was born and raised in Jersey. He moved out to LA like the Karate Kid. This is basically his life story and how he met his wife.
He is the Karate Kid.
No, I met my wife in Virginia. I moved to Los Angeles and I did learn karate, and then I beat up the bad guys.
You see, you had your beach bunnies, your beach fun. You got that out your system. Then you moved to Virginia when you were a grown man and you got your wife.
Yeah, just like he did. Watch Cobra Kai, you'll see it. There's a lot of parallels.
Wow.
It's an interesting point though. Like they don't even mention
the same girl.
Like there is. I don't think they even mention his father once or anything like that. So
when he was arguing with his mother, did he mention the father?
I believe he mentioned him one time in like one argument, and then that was it.
I think he just split. Yeah. I think it was just the guy.
Yeah, he just split. Yeah.
But they do kind of just jump into where he is and what's going to happen, as opposed to like his. You don't know what really happened with his father. He mentions he took some karate classes at the Y or something. That's something he wanted.
And he practiced in his dining room.
And apparently, all you need are some Y classes and then 2 months of training from Miyagi, and you're a karate master. Yeah.
Not only that, but like, and I know we're only talking about the first movie, but to see in that amount of time how he won the entire tournament by fighting everyone from Cobra Kai and winning.
Yep.
But then to go and roll into like the sequel where he's in Japan, training and beating in a matter of life and death. And then the third one when it's again a matter of life and death. And it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. And then four was with the girl then?
Yeah, it was Hilary Swank.
The new Karate Kid.
Was it Hilary Swankin?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. The new Karate Kid.
Okay. The young Hilary Swank.
And what's funny is I enjoyed every single one of those shits when I watched them as a kid. I don't know how much I'd enjoy them now as an adult.
I definitely prefer the original, of course.
Everybody does.
Of course.
Even review wise, they got worse with each one.
But again, as kids, like getting into these movies and liking these movies as kids, you're like, oh my god, there's Karate Kid Part 2 and Part 3. We got to rent this weekend. Now,
Three Ninjas and came out after this, of course, right? 90s?
Yes.
That was a 90s movie.
That you guys remember Surf Ninjas?
I've never seen that. I want to, but I've never seen that.
They just started shooting out everything. Beverly Hills Ninja. They just started shooting out Ninja.
Beverly Hills Ninja was just hilarious.
The man Chris Farley, yeah.
There were two things in the 80s as a kid that I was afraid of the most, and that was quicksand and ninjas. I just believe they were everywhere.
He said quicksand and ninjas, people. I'm the one who said blacks, just in case you guys get it all mixed up. That was me.
Oh no, I was one of the white kids in the black neighborhood, so I wasn't afraid of.
You would be.
Same here.
You would be.
Same here.
Vic, you want to go over the white neighborhood?
It was quicksand and ninjas.
Quicksand and ninjas.
That's
a title of something. I just don't know what.
That's my memory.
Movie title right there. Quicksand and ninjas.
It's actually funny that you mentioned Surf Ninjas because Surf Ninjas stars Ernie Jr. and he was in the second movie tonight, The Last Dragon.
I was gonna say I know that name.
Yeah, he's and he was also Donatello in the suit in the first one, and the pizza delivery boy in the second one of Ninja.
Oh shit! Okay,
he's a master. He's a kung fu master.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what? Another thing that I was a little surprised about, just because, of course, I know how the movie ends with Daniel winning the tournament, is how much of a scared pussy he looked like during that entire tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's why my dad hates it.
In his defense,
come on, it's good. Yeah, you.
Maybe the first two.
Again, I have to shoot this legendary movie because I called it that in the intro and I meant that. Some bail. Again, one, it's the 80s, and this is just how the shit was done in the 80s. Two, this is your first fucking tournament. You just learned karate like 2 weeks ago. Like you've been training for like maybe 3 weeks tops. And it's like, fuck it, I'm going to a tournament. You're gonna be scared.
He didn't learn karate. He learned how
to paint houses in wax. Yeah.
Listen. He learned some stances and defense.
Hey, listen.
But no, but like
championships.
Like, again, it's been so long since I've seen this. I was waiting for that moment where it just kind of clicked for him and he at least looked confident. And he not once does he ever look confident.
No, you get that in part 2. When he goes to Japan.
Yeah, he did look more confident in part 2. And I feel like because there's a lot more training in part 2 that seemed more realistic.
Where they actually turned it into a school.
Yeah. And then
he's trained.
The third one, because he trains with Terry Silver and like learns that Cobra Kai way, I kind of, that was a little more believable. I was like, all right, he's at least learning karate. He's not learning how to hang shingles.
Yo, he was just trying to get shit cleaned up.
And on the floor.
Mm-hmm. That was the same thing. The one kid wants me to teach him karate. Like, all right, before you do that, you gotta wash all this, put this away. Matter of fact, there's cotton in my yard. Can you take care of that too, kid?
Jesus Christ!
Wow!
Wow! And then put him in a tournament,
making it awkward for us.
Yeah, listen.
I mean,
by myself. It's me and Bruce Lee.
None of us are jumping on that one.
No.
That grenade's just sitting out there.
We're just gonna awkwardly laugh.
Hey, listen. That's what I do. I'll take it. I'm fine. Puerto Rican Chris isn't here to back me up.
Okay, let's go.
We're not saying you're wrong.
I know.
Let's go back to Daniel cheating. All right. So the last match against Johnny. Am I the only one who was counting the points? And Daniel lost when he heard his when Johnny got the last point, that 1 point.
I don't know. Like
they called it a draw. They're tied.
I don't. That's that was a little hard to follow because think
the knee hit was illegal. Hitting him in the knee was illegal, so he didn't get a point for it.
I don't know. Johnny hit him multiple times. I swear it was more than 3 points.
Mama's here.
What's up, Mom?
Yeah,
I think she's
but that fight was a little confusing because you get them both at 2-2, and then they legit go on a 3 or 4 minutes rolling around the mat, hitting each other with no point type thing.
Yeah, with no points, getting hit in the chest, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm like,
point?
I'm like, isn't he supposed to do a stance and kick him in the face? Like, how?
He's like, what's going on?
It happens.
My favorite is when he's like, when learned properly. No defense. Like there's no defense for that. There's no defense for the crane kick. There's none
for a kick in the face.
For one, you see it coming.
Yeah, you
do. The motherfucker got his arms and leg up in the air. You're like, yo, this dude's gonna kick me.
The whole blueprint of that entire thing is it's a peacock move.
Yo, you right now, if you see someone did that, they're gonna get their head ripped off.
Oh my gosh!
As soon as they lifted their leg.
Yo, I'll just kick your leg that's still on the ground. Kick the shit out of him.
Sweep them, take them out.
Oh, that was so funny.
There is so many flaws in this, but it makes it good and it's funny. Because I know these shit. I'm like, oh, he should have lost.
Mm-hmm.
He should have lost there.
The Karate Kid was good. It's basically Rocky. I mean, brought to you by the same guy who directed Rocky.
It is, yeah.
So, and you get the deep value of the story from Miyagi. You get the underdog to root for. So, I mean, it has the elements there, but the only really good thing that came out of Karate Kid was the world of the Karate Kid, I think. Because the Cobra Kai is good, and they give a lot of, backstory to everyone. And, I liked the sequels and what they did with it, and, elaborate, but it's
the
first movie.
This will make me watch Cobra Kai too.
Yeah, Cobra Kai was always on my list of things to check out, but I'm like, I got to go back and watch the movies before I do that, because it's been so long.
Yep.
And now I have that jumping off point since we came across it.
While you're still talking, Chris, really quick, just because we didn't do the early ones, let's get our ratings for this movie right now, Rody.
I'll go 8.
8? Okay. James?
Same here, 8.
8.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to go 8.5.
Ooh. I am also going to give it an 8.
I mean, it's entertaining, even though there's honestly not that much karate action in it until the very end there. Like, again, it's fun watching him get his ass kicked for the first hour. the few of the pranks, but even like, but none of that felt like it was dragging. At least,
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Motherfucker went to the dance as a shower.
Yeah, that was
fucking.
But I mean, if you have a bunch of guys hunting you at school, that's kind of a good one to go as.
that's good. But
Well,
see,
you can't run in
wear a
that. Well, you
mask.
just put a mask on.
He did
It's not a
run in it.
costume with a mask.
He did
He
run in
took
it.
off. You see the curtain flap.
He wanted to dance with this girl at the dance without being recognized.
Oh, good. I guess. Oh, jeez.
A costume with a mask seems like it would have been easier.
Listen. All right. I know that your logic is much more sound than mine.
Than the 80s movie, right?
And by the way, she's not with Johnny. Anyone she dances with a mask or a shower curtain, they're going to know it's him. So he could just wore a regular mask.
No, because
anyways, I thought it was funny.
If he's wearing the mask and he's dancing with her, everyone's going to know that it's him. But if he's around the shower curtain, she's inside the curtain.
No one sees her either.
Yeah, get that privacy.
All right.
I don't know.
I feel like if you're at a costume party and someone walks in wearing a shower curtain as their costume, that's going to be quite noticeable, and you're going to be like, "Who the fuck's wearing a shower curtain?"
Exactly.
I chalk this up to he was poor and couldn't afford a costume or a mask or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
He just grabbed what he could and like made something. Or Miyagi made it for him.
I guess Aaron got kicked out. Computer
started. At least the stream didn't crash since he started.
Yeah, all right. We'll keep talking. I'm trying to think of all these flaws.
Again, I only give it an 8.5 because of the world it built on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if I wrote down anything about the money it grossed, but it was a lot.
Like everybody.
Oh yeah, I got it. I have the growth. Yeah, because it was an $8 million budget, and it grossed $130 million.
Yeah,
nice.
That's
which is insane for especially in '84 when it came out.
Aaron sent a message updated. His computer's being a dick. He will be back.
But I can't. I did. It's true. I forgot how hilarious Miyagi was. Like even when Daniel asked him like, "What belt are you?" or "What belt do you have?" and he's like, I forgot what he said. It's like a $3.99 like cotton belt or something like that. I don't remember that he's wearing.
Yeah, it is fun. It is a little. It's funny, but at the same time, it's kind of like, come on, man, you know what he's talking about. I mean, you are trained, you know.
And then like, I did like once he starts training him. Not once do they ever show Miyagi working at the apartment building again. By the way.
Yeah. Oh, let's also talk about Miyagi's teaching them bad things. He didn't have a license. He's having them drive. He sneaks into
underage
a tournament.
Drinking.
Underage drinking. Yep. This Miyagi's a bad. Oh, it's funny. His mother is like all fine with it. Oh, you're getting bullied there. They getting your ass kicked. You're going to jump. You're going to join the tournament where you get kicked in the face multiple times. Okay.
Not to mention, he also gets really shitty with him when he catches the fly with the chopsticks.
Oh yeah, beginner's luck.
He got jealous.
He's so pissed.
I'd be mad too though. Just say you've been trying that shit for years, then this motherfucker just comes in here, this little dickhead, and you're gonna want to fucking punch him in the face.
Yeah, you're like, fucking.
I don't know.
For what, a fly don't stay around like
that. The way he cracks up when he knocks Daniel off the boat had me laughing too.
That was payback for that fly shit earlier.
Who else wanted to see Miyagi fight the leader of Cobra Kai?
I think everybody that watches this would have.
Oh, he beat up kids too. There's another crime.
He did beat up kids.
He did beat kids.
And not just knock them down, he beat them up. They had black eyes and shit.
Listen,
he fucked them up.
He did what he had to do.
I will say this: this is the only 8.5 movie in my book out of 10 where it's not even the best movie named The Karate Kid.
Exactly.
The remake is better than this movie.
Oh, you like what's his face? Will Smith.
I love the remake movie.
Really, I haven't seen it.
I'm with you, man. Oh, you're over here. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
It's a great story, and it makes more sense.
I'll have to watch it again. But when I first seen it, I think I just had it in mind. I'm like, I can't believe they fucking remade Karate Kid. So I was going in negative. So I'll have to give it another shot.
Yeah.
And watch the version where Jackie Chan fights the other sensei at the end.
That's what I want to see. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a much better one. It was so
I
good.
thought that happened in one of the Karate Kid movies. Like, not, I mean, one of the older ones. Part
He
2,
does
part 3.
in the third one. He fights Terry Silva and he fights John Kreese.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll have to watch the other two.
Yeah, the second one is where it picks up right after the first one's tournament, and Kreese is beating up the kids out in the parking lot. And Miyagi
These
walks
movies
over.
are about child abuse.
That's where parents keep their rage out. They're like, you fucking.
I think my favorite
Back
thing,
in the 80s when it was okay to beat kids.
Yep. Like I'm gonna be a movie star just like a fight. I'm gonna be in a martial arts movie just like a fight these fucking kids.
No cops called or anything.
Nope. But think about it. So the third one picks up, and I know we got to get to the Last Dragon, but I just want to. My point here is, so in the second one, he freaks out. He's beating up his own students. Miyagi has to come over, and doesn't even throw a punch on him. He punches glass and breaks his hands. The Kreese does. And then in the third one, when we get him back, he's lost everything. He's lost Cobra Kai, and he blames Miyagi for breaking his hands. That's why. Not the fact that no parents trusted him to train their kids after he beat them up in a parking lot.
Oh my God.
That
makes me want to watch them even more.
To me, because like these movies, I will say that there's a lot of problematic things in them. One of them being nobody takes accountability for their own shittiness.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, when he got in a fight with the girl where he did the fucking thing, he was like, "Oh, it's because about the money." He had that whole thing, but then when the friend goes, "Oh, you didn't see the end," he's all nice and like, "Hey, baby." I was like,
she took him back like right away when nothing had really changed.
Yo.
Yep.
You could just, and
so
we're all in
bad.
relationships. You could just I'll say this: your significant other can just misunderstand what you said or didn't hear exactly what you said, and just flip shit on you out of like that, and be pissed at you for way less of a shit than what he did, and especially embarrassing her in public. Like, don't even do that. She's like, all right, motherfucker, I'll get you. Like, I didn't even say anything. It's like the morning.
No, but like she was brushing him
Out of
off
all of
for
the-
like. Yeah, she was brushing him off for like 5 minutes. Then her friend says that, and he sees her outside. He's like, "I was a jerk," and then they're hugging.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
That
was quick.
These movies like escalate to the worst part. Like, because even in the fourth one, her school bullies are like junior ROTC high school cadets that are run by Michael Ironside, and they have like fights on the pier. That's how they train. So they're like fighting in BDUs and such, and she's got to go and fight them with Miyagi in tow. These movies and Cobra Kai, when you start it, do not watch it and say, "Oh, Mick says it's great," because it is great, but it's bonkers. Everything is bonkers. Just take the journey. It's like going through Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Shut your brain off and go for the ride.
And I heard Cobra Kai created a lot of pedophiles too. Like all the older women are like crushing on the young fucking kids. That like the main.
Maybe in real life, I don't do that on a show.
No, in real life, that's what I'm talking about. Like, for example, even a celebrity like joked about it, like where she said this one is like really hot and everything. And they found out he was only like 16.
Jesus
And
Christ!
she was like, "Oh God." I was like,
I watch it for the karate.
Yeah, the action stuff. You're like, they're talking during the kitchen eating breakfast. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Oh, someone's getting punched.
Aaron, I want to say something that's going to annoy you. So as I was going through trivia,
he's going with this.
As I was going through trivia and looking at the other people that were considered for Daniel, there was a bunch of them, but Nicolas Cage's name came up. Apparently.
Oh my God.
Yo, I would have fucking hated this movie. I would have been so fucking mad.
But no, because you want to see Nicolas Cage before the hate.
84.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
By
do.
the way, how old was Nicolas Cage? 84, 55?
I don't know. He's looked the same age.
You can't play a fucking 17-year-old.
He's looked the same age for
Karate Kid.
no, but
the Karate Man.
Like they mentioned a number of 80s actors. I'm not surprised I saw like Sean Penn, Robert Downey Jr., Charlie Sheen, John Cryer.
I can see
Emilio
Charlie Sheen.
Estevez.
Oh, that was yeah, I can see him getting
Nicolas Cage at the time this movie was being made was 19 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't even know he was acting at that time.
So he was 20 when it came out, but when it was being made, he would have been 19.
Oh wow.
That's probably doable.
Well,
I would have made him more of a Johnny.
They have 47-year-olds playing fucking teenagers in movies back in the 80s. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, watch Saved by the Bell. I mean, yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Boom, there you go.
I didn't know this either. DC Comics apparently had a character called Karate Kid, so they had to get permission from DC Comics to use the Karate Kid name.
And they couldn't make a comic called the Karate Kid, and they couldn't make the cartoon called the Karate Kid. They had to call it something else because DC owned it.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Damn.
So what's the DC version of Karate Kid? I never heard of it.
I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing until I.
That's as far as like, they're like, listen, we're gonna make the title. We're gonna write one shit story.
I would actually argue with people that The Last Dragon is not a result of the Karate Kid's success. It is directly in contrast from the African American filmmaking community to say, we've loved martial arts movies long enough, and that's why they made this movie against the Karate Kid. Like, okay, you guys are all getting on this. We've loved kung fu movies forever, and that's why The Last Dragon is more authentic and more action packed. So I would argue that.
I'm not gonna argue against that. That's my shit.
It is, because The Last Dragon, in my opinion, is in terms of action and martial arts, is a far superior movie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't disagree with that.
Hell yeah.
Now, I mean, there's some things in there that you're kind of like, I mean,
wardrobe too. The stories were both. The Last Dragon story wasn't the greatest story.
Well, it was intentionally a little
just to
cheesy.
Show you the cool martial arts, which I'm not mad
They
at.
were obviously playing up.
But I fucking love the movie.
Some stereotypes and stuff.
Like every single time I watch it, I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah.
and I mean, the music was amazing.
The music was great.
Barry Gordy, man, he made it and he ran with it. Vanity was always amazing. I didn't mean to transition so quickly.
Oh no,
that's
what she said.
We bounce around all the time. Don't worry, man.
Well, we can jump on
we can jump onto it.
It's on my show.
We can go to The Last Dragon now.
Yeah, I think
we
wrap up Karate Kid. I'm sticking with my. It was your quintessential 80s movie, is what it was.
Yep.
You have it was a mix of underdog. It was a mix of karate that kids love at that age.
And this is the most basic karate. This is not like martial art. This is karate.
And you had they wrote Miyagi, so entertaining enough for the audience in that scenario that it clicked and it worked, and obviously it spawned a franchise.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Well, I didn't. Okay, here's the difference. My brother had the bandana when I was a kid, and I was never allowed to wear it until he accidentally left it at my house, and I put it on, and I lost it forever. I don't think he's forgiven me yet for that.
Oh no!
I mean, 1986.
I would still be pretty pissed off at you about that too. Like we'd be cool and all, but deep down I'd be upset.
It was authentic too. It was a legit headband that looked exactly.
That means if you ever
like
get your hands on one again, you gotta just give like, oh, look what I found.
I found this.
Where was it?
They're like, you moved to different states. How the fuck you just find it now?
It was in the top drawer.
I think it just got stuck in my ass cracker. There
you go.
Prison wallet.
So who's winning in a fight? Are we saying Daniel or
Bruce Leroy?
Bruce Leroy.
Yo, 2 seconds. Man. Bruce Leroy, one kick.
One day off. I don't think there's any question.
I think that little kid in The Last Dragon would whoop Daniel.
Yeah, yo. Yes.
That's Ernie Reyes Jr. He's a master now. His grandfather was a grandmaster.
Is he the younger brother in Last Dragon?
The little kid, yeah.
The little Asian kid. The
Johnny. They're like him and Johnny are like your best friends.
Wait, so you said he was in Ninja Turtles Part 2? Secret of the Ooze?
Yeah, he plays the pizza boy.
He was Kino? Oh shit.
Yeah. He was also in the first one, but he played Donatello in the suit.
So he's in 3 fucking movies that I love.
No, he's in a lot more than 3 movies, I'm telling you.
No, that I love. The ones that you mentioned.
And I bet you love a lot more than them. He was in he was in so many martial arts movies.
I've probably seen him and just can't think of the names, honestly.
He was in Red Sonja. I think he was in Indiana Jones, one of them. I can't remember which one.
I knew the name as soon as you said it, but I didn't realize it was in connection to these movies. So I know I've seen him in a number of things, at least.
His part was so entertaining. He got pissed off when the guy hurt Johnny. He's like, damn, just like staring him down. Like, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
And what that did right there, though, was make the little kids start paying attention to this movie every time it came on, just for that scene right there. It made little kids, just because it was a little kid like their size, like, oh, my movie's coming on, my part's coming up, and they'll probably kind of doing it. Johnny
created his own martial art of running, but then all of a sudden, when he's fighting the people, he becomes a nunchuck master. And he actually knows how to fight and shit. Even training against his own stuff, his own classmates, he was running. He wasn't doing none of that shit.
I mean, hey, he learned behind the scenes. He was learning. He was training.
It was kind of feel like the kid in The Last Dragon, the one that doesn't know how to fight, but he pretends he does.
Oh, Johnny.
I feel. I can't remember what his name is.
He looks white, but he says he's Oriental.
No, his name. Yeah, it's Johnny. Yeah.
I feel like that was like their way of making fun of Daniel LaRusso.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
That's I hope so. I hope so. Like that, I'm just going with that because that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny if they would do it.
Wait, The Last Dragon came out, a year after.
85, baby.
Karate Kid. So
I just like
I would love to
shit, like the multiple fighting stages. Like they turned it into a tournament. They're kicking his ass. Like they hired all these fucking criminals and shit. A fucking dude that looks like a fucking barbarian, but barks like a dog.
The big headbutts the table and breaks it in half. Like, what the fuck was all that about?
Well, you see all the characters? Like, one of them looked like the Chainsaw Massacre and shit. Dude, got Casey Jones.
I love when they have the open auditions for like badasses to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see Casey Jones? Yeah, the Hawk and the fucking.
Oh, they get everybody.
They're making fun of everybody, man. They had like so many fucking people they were making fun of.
They do so well with it, though. They do so fucking well.
The big Santa Claus looking dude. I swear he looks like the dude from Blade Runner. Or is it? Oh no, was it not Blade Runner? What's the one? What Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he gets shot down the tube?
You're thinking Running Man.
Running Man. That's it.
Running Man.
He looks like Domino or something. One of the guy in that.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? But the characters are awesome. The fight scenes are awesome.
I
like how they did the Bruce Lee thing, like from the movie where he tries to sneak in the fortune cookie factory and shit. It makes me want to watch Bruce Lee movies now.
It did. It kind of made me want to go back and watch some Bruce Lee movies. I was cracking up at the scene where Leroy's little brother there is basically telling him, about sex.
Yeah,
you don't know no moves.
Oh man,
motherfucker's like 13 years old, 12.
Yeah, the most confident 13-year-old I've ever seen.
See, that's another thing I liked about this movie too, because they had what the younger brother was doing. Like he had the major crush. He's out there. He's with friends. They show that, but then they go back to Leroy. It's like, I don't know. It blended good. It wasn't just concentrated. Like every scene was Leroy.
Just Leroy. No, I see what you're saying. Like they kind of showed a little bit of his family, mostly his brother, more than his parents.
Yeah.
And just they kind of.
By the way, where the fuck is the cops? No. They went in and busted up a fucking pizza place.
That's a spot. That's
Harlem. In the 80s.
In those times, you don't call the police. The worst thing you could do is call the police.
That's true.
And being black owning a pizza shop in the 80s.
Especially when the Shogun of fucking Harlem
in New York.
Show enough, baby. Show enough.
Show enough, yeah.
Show enough, you don't call the police.
Which I'm hoping
that's
one of you guys remembers.
That's the one thing for me.
The music video Busta Rhymes did where he was dressed up like
Yep.
Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I forgot which song it was, but it was just I thought about as soon as I watched this movie, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh my god.
That was that's he pulled from this movie.
He did such a great job with it. I gotta watch that again now. I gotta find a music video.
But James, to your point, they did Leroy is the main character, but they did a really great job with like the side characters in this movie.
Yes,
in the movie, making them interesting.
Even Vanessa Charles, they had her shit like Arcadian. They even had his little scenes, just himself with his fucking Rocco and the fat Rocky goes.
What was that fucking thing in the water? What was that supposed to be?
Piranhas, I'm gonna guess.
Piranhas.
That's why.
It's piranhas.
Okay.
Because they kept sticking like the big pieces of meat in.
Yeah.
It's like a multiple piranha.
I love how those movies, especially back in the day, would make. I mean, of course, with horror movies, but they make piranhas, and they're really not like that. Like they don't just attack you if you're fucking dying in the water.
Well, I did say that there were two things I was afraid of in the 80s when growing up. The third probably would have been piranhas.
Oh, same here, definitely.
You're like a river. You're like, I'm not going there. You got piranha. They're like, motherfucker.
Listen, man, we had a lot of things to worry about in the 80s. And
and the thing about that is there's like, who are you gonna ask? Like, who are you gonna ask? Again, like, is there piranhas? Like, I don't know, motherfucker, jump in and find out. No, that's not a good idea.
Nobody told you.
You didn't have. We didn't have
at home.
Yeah.
We didn't have Google and to Google a lot of the shit we did as kids. We literally did. I mean, not all of it, but some of it we did because we didn't know any better. Because there was like.
If we wanted to learn something, we'd have to go find a fucking encyclopedia somewhere.
Yeah, so we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just try it out. Let's just try it out and do this.
Remember writing those bibliographies for reports? I used this encyclopedia.
Yep, right. I don't want to talk about
And you had to go to an old person's house for the encyclopedia. If you didn't go
I remember going to the fucking library to do work. Like, this is awful.
Mm-hmm. You guys got it easy.
Still old enough to remember the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Numbers that make no sense.
And young enough to understand the internet.
Like, who the fuck put this together?
I think, but honestly, when it comes to the Dewey Decimal System,
can decimal my ass.
It was flawless. It was a flawless system. They don't use it, and it's bullshit.
That's true. I always found my book. That card fucking said it, man.
Stupid, didn't make any sense, but it was flawless.
Here's something that, speaking of what doesn't make sense, apparently I read Denzel Washington auditioned for both Leroy and Shonuff.
Wow, that's crazy. I get why Timac would get Bruce Leroy. I mean, he had the look; it worked for him.
It was also his first role.
Yeah, but I mean, he's young. He was in great shape. Like
he really does martial arts too.
Oh yeah. You know, he was an actual like black belt or something.
So that
Julius Carey, who got Shonuff in this, I loved him, man. He was on Bay City Blues. He was on Briscoe County Jr. He was on tons of stuff. So like him playing Shonuff was always perfect for me. He just played such a great bad guy in this.
Here's the question I thought of while I was watching this. Obviously, Bruce Lee is iconic when it comes to martial arts and films and stuff like that. But is there someone out there that could have been better, but he just never decided to do movies or anything like that, or was never found for it? What if there's someone better that could have kicked Bruce Lee's ass?
I don't know.
That's with anything.
I don't know, man. They made it Bruce Lee was like a true master.
But what if there was someone that thought he was a joke because he decided to go into and do
I mean,
movies.
that could be with
Like could
anything.
kick
Though.
his ass.
It could also be just because that person didn't have the opportunity to get in front of the camera that Bruce Lee.
What if he did?
However, he got in front of the cameras. But that, I mean, you could say that about anything. Like you could say that about the greatest athletes in the world. Like, what about that ball player that was way better than Michael Jordan that just didn't get the opportunity or maybe blew out his knee? But I do get what you're saying.
But back at the time with Bruce Lee, if someone can beat him, you think that would have the fucking personality of like they'll actually go and try to challenge him? Like, who's this motherfucker? I can beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, depending on like whose story you believe in, like books that were written about and stuff like that. Like he was supposedly legit, man, when he would go to these tournaments and show because he made his own version of kung fu like that broke off. So like that was like a big deal. A lot of people didn't really like that.
The 6-inch punch, where the fuck it is.
Yeah, like where you could go with fingers and.
Now, is that video real? Him playing ping pong with nunchucks?
No, that's not real.
Oh, I was about to say, Jesus Christ, if that's real.
I mean, some of the stuff is real. Like the punch at the tournament is real. But they said no. That was.
Oh, okay. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, that was insane.
Yeah, that would be not like what the fuck. I would just. Could you imagine that shit though? You're going to play ping pong with your boys, and this motherfucker comes out some nunchucks.
He's just like, wow.
No, I'm telling you right now, if you do that successfully, I'm putting the paddle down. I'm just like, fuck you. I'm going home. Aaron, you just got. No, listen, you didn't have to do that.
He's not even going to try to. He's not even going to try to play him.
No, because you already knew you were gonna beat me with the paddle. Now you're gonna be all silly and take out the fucking. You didn't have to, that's disrespectful. And doing it like right away
because the nunchucks are gonna explode the ping pong ball.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But I did hear true. Bruce Lee was so fast where they had to slow down the camera.
That I've heard. I've heard that for a few different people, and where people like interviews have been like, yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, to do this so quick.
That's that's believable though, especially with the technology that was out then compared to now. That's kind of believable.
Same with Jackie Chan. He's been said. Jet Li, Donnie Yen. Like these are guys where they're like we had to slow down the camera. They're moving too fast.
There's some fast motherfuckers. You know who they never said that about?
Who's the dude in The Protector?
Steven Seagal.
Do you ever see The Protector?
Steven Seagal is probably. He is slow as shit with his moves in every movie, but
it doesn't sound like it worked well for any of those fellows' wives.
I think he pays everybody that he stands around him. I think he's fake. I don't think he knows real fucking martial arts at all.
No, I think he does.
He knows keto.
He does something stupid, just like the rest.
It's not working.
No, not keto.
That's what he knows. No, not the keto. Keto.
Keto, he said.
He knows something stupid, just like any other Russian citizen that he is now.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna lie, I liked that. I liked his some of his movies. I liked what's that one? Hard to Kill.
Under Siege.
I just because the action, he always broke someone's arm or he broke someone's nose. It's like the fight scenes were like the best part of his movies. For movies, right. But the videos you see now on TikTok and shit, it's horrible. I feel like I can go in there and slap him.
James doesn't know what he's saying. He's trying. He does not like Fire Down Below. We're not going to let him. That's the one where he's got. What does he say? He stops the pipeline from coming in, saving the Native Americans.
I don't know which one that is. I don't know what that is. Was he also like a deputy cop or something?
He was. He's in Russia now. He's a Russia propagandist.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Let him stay over there.
Yeah,
we don't need him.
He's Russia's. He belongs to Russia now.
Yeah.
Putin's going to put him in the war. He's like our secret weapon.
Putin's leaving mushroom imprinted bruises on his face.
He's going to be their secret weapon. Coming here,
he just walks down the street, mad slow. He's like, oh,
coming over here doing them slow ass kicks. Have him and old ass Chuck Norris just fight. Go get him, Chuck.
Yo, Chuck Norris will fuck him up.
Oh, Wesley Snipes apparently also auditioned and lobbied hard for the role of Leroy.
I could see that, but I could see him
too. I could see him being a bad guy more so than this.
To be completely honest,
first movie? Or White Man
to be completely honest, I know I just because it's racist Hollywood back in the 80s, his complexion is too dark. I don't think they would have put him as the hero.
So, I mean, well, he's darker than Show. No, at that time, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, no, Wesley Snipes. There's a joke going around. He's like the darkest.
Yeah, he is. He is on the darkest shade of the scale.
Well, for the longest time, like if you wanted a leading black man to play the hero in Hollywood, they would always try to go with the lightest tone.
Hear that, Hollywood? If I was back there in the 80s, you guys would have probably picked me. You would have definitely picked Henry's light ass, though. But I'd have been in that running. Dad, sorry you wouldn't have made it. I got to say the things that you guys are thinking.
I mean that's
I already called him racist.
No, dude, there was a celebrity guy where
you can't ignore it.
Aaron, you probably know. It was on a popular podcast or something. They were talking to him. It's a black male. He's dark, and he has a wife, but his wife lets him once a month have a side chick.
Oh, Michael Blackson.
You hear what he said? He says people used
on the Jake Paul
podcast. He said he was so dark that he looks. Someone said he's so dark he's underneath the bed dark or something like that.
Oh Jesus Christ!
He said he was so dark. Was it Stevie Wonder or something? Ray Charles?
He was like, I said I'm so dark that Stevie Wonder could see me. I was dying. It was that shit. He's hilarious. Yeah. He's fucking hilarious. He's Michael Blackson. If you guys seen Friday After Next,
yeah,
so fucking.
He's in. He comes in the Pinky store. What did you CDs bit into? Yeah,
that joke is hilarious.
Oh my god! I meant to watch that episode.
Jake Paul was dying. They could not.
He wasn't expecting it. No. That's like what. And that's like when I go around, certain Caucasians that don't know me very well, and you guys do. And I say crazy shit like that, and they're just like, I still love doing it here and there. White people, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I just love doing this to you guys. Like saying those jokes to where Mick knows how I am now. Chris and James definitely know how the fuck I am. And these guys will laugh. And like, Aaron, why do you do this to white people all the time? Like the ones you meet, you kind of cool with, and they're like, is it okay to laugh? I'm like, yeah, go. Just laugh, man. I said laugh. We're all laughing.
It's like a fun superpower trying to being able to make white people uncomfortable.
It's so easy. It's so easy. Like my wife was telling me how there's a white lady at her job, and she was talking to my wife. My wife was like, "How do you like your coffee?" My wife's Puerto Rican, by the way, and the lady wanted to tell her black, but she didn't want to sound racist. Instead of just saying black coffee like a normal person, she was like, without cream, sugar, kind of. So I'm like, what the? Just say black.
You just made me think of something. So there's this comedian named Chris Stefano, Chrissy Chaos. Mm-hmm. His father used to go into a coffee shop and go, "Can I get a coffee, Leroy?" And the girl is like, "What the hell is Leroy?" He's like, "He's a coffee."
Yo, I would be dying.
Oh my god! Because he also the comedian who used to play basketball. And his father used to train. He's like, you got to put an arc. You got to shoot over. And he used to put a broomstick with arms and everything, mad tall. And he was like, why are you making him so tall? He's like, you do know you're going to be going against really tall black dudes. and he named it Leroy. He said, go get Leroy out of the closet. You're going to practice.
That's hilarious.
I heard this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Best.
No joke, man. But like when you're like Leroy is the common name, seemed like the common stereotype name to use when you're trying to represent.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell my parents came up with fucking Aaron.
Like even this, they called him Bruce Leroy. They were making fun of him in this movie.
Bruce Leroy.
Even though his real name was Leroy Green Jr.
Mm-hmm. There's a UFC fighter named Bruce Leroy now.
Oh, we didn't even rate this movie.
Oh,
that's right.
10,
motherfuckers. 10.
I give it 10. I love this movie.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
I watch it over and over again.
I forgot how much I love this movie. And the fucking song is stuck in my head. I listened to it 4 fucking times today, even though I watched the movie yesterday.
What do you give it up?
Look at how many. I was gonna say look how many celebrities are in this movie before they were celebrities. Yeah. William H. Macy, Chaz Palminteri, Keisha Pullman Knight played the little sister. That was Rudy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Rudy Hudson.
Marky Post
Shit,
played the
dinosaur,
second
by the way,
blonde
anyway.
singer that took over.
Yup.
She was Christine on
The fake
Night
Madonna,
Court.
the fake Madonna in this movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the fucking, like,
She was
the
Christine on
cone
Night
kid.
Court.
Oh shit, Night Court was funny. I like Night Court.
These
I
fucking
mean,
this soundtrack was so funny. Like,
Yo, it's awesome.
yeah. What do you give it? What's your
The
No,
rating?
man.
worst song-
I was
I'm
there
gonna
with the 10. It was great.
Okay.
It's enjoyable, man. It's
Yeah.
it's something that like if you come on, you come across it. It's just fun to watch for.
I knew you were gonna like it. I just didn't know how much you were gonna like it.
I
It was
got
good. I was cracking up. I was cracking up the whole
Yeah.
time.
I have an around the room question for these type of movies, martial arts movies. Do you like them more like the tournament style, or most of the movies the tournament, or do you like them more of like how?
It 100% depends on the tone of the movie, man. Like when we were watching Bloodsport, that's a serious fucking
Or
fight.
Kickboxer,
UFC.
that's a
or
tournament type
kickboxer or
shit.
something like that.
But when it comes to movies like
that's more
this
about
and
the action.
shit, Bruce
Like-
Lee and everything, oh, it's straight up action.
This
I
was
love it.
cool,
the
but
story.
the
Okay.
story, like the story was fine. The action was fun. The dialogue was fun. They have Leroy basically like a fish out of water going home, but he's still a karate master.
Mm-hmm.
And
He was
so
just
that
at peace. He avoided trouble.
yeah, they did fun with the side character. Like even in when Shonuff destroys the pizza shop and his mom is throwing fucking pizza dough at the guys.
That was funny.
I was not,
Slapped him in the
and
face.
they throw they put his little brother in the trash can.
Yep.
They hit
cracking-
B straight in the face, and he's
Yeah.
like, ah! He just started flipping out.
Yeah, that was.
I'm like, it's fun, man. Like the action's good, but this was all around. Like Karate Kid was just the quintessential 80s movie.
Yeah.
But if you're watching something that's supposed to be more serious tone, like Bloodsport had like serious action in it when it got
Yeah.
to it,
Oh yeah.
like we
Oh,
did
but-
last week. But
Did you ever hear the Bloodsport meow?
Huh?
Wait, what?
Watch that movie
With the
every
blood-
30 seconds. Whenever there's a fight scene, they play a certain song, and it's the same like score that they play throughout. Every 30 seconds, there's a meow. I
No
shit you
fucking
not.
way.
You can go on YouTube. They pulled it, people, but it's on the regular. Like if you rent the movie or whatever, every 30 seconds, it's like playing a song, and then it goes meow, and then
You telling me they did the first meow from Super Troopers?
it's a meow.
The
It's a cat meowing.
the secret meow.
It's a cat meowing on
Oh, so it's a
Bloodsport.
real cat meow.
It's a real cat meowing on Bloodsport.
You know what that means? They were in someone's garage playing it, and their fucking cat came in. It was like meow. And they was like, "Fuck, we gotta keep it. We can't afford to redo this shit."
No,
Maybe.
or no. It went like that. The cat came in and said meow, and they were just waiting for the cat to do that for months. That's the only reason why they got the cat, was to get it to meow on the mic.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right
That's what
now. I'm gonna be, if I ever became a director or something, or made a movie like this, and I had to do each scene and create how it looked and everything, and with the songs and everything that goes in it, I will be one of them people who put an Easter egg. It'll be something that's so fucked up and weird that it's gonna be hard to find, and I hope someone finds it. I'll hide it in there, like the meow thing. I'll put some fucking like there'll be a porno in the background, and you're not even noticing. It's like a serious scene or something.
Mhm.
I'll be that fucking asshole. I'll throw those shit in.
Put
there.
it in the reflection of the mirror.
Everything. Yeah, I'll hide shit. I'll put it in there.
That would be hilarious.
That's my
Speaking-
signature.
Real quick, just to sidetrack really quick, because I said reflection. So this is a funny story. Back last year when I was in Colorado with my brother, we were watching Candyman, and there's
The
a
new
scene
one,
where,
right?
no, the original actually. There's
Oh,
a scene
okay.
where they're in the where they go into, I forgot the lady's apartment, the one who, the baby,
Oh yeah,
and you see the mirror, right? There's like, you see like a mirror or whatever. And I was like, "Oh shit, rewind that! I think I seen something." I was high as fuck. So I was like,
Shocker.
I was like, I think you see something in the reflection of it. Rewinds it. I was like, it's just a fucking mirror. I was like, oh.
Aaron's so
The
fucking
bad
high.
part
He's seeing
is
shit.
the bad part is that we had to rewind like a couple times, so we kept like not going far enough or going too far, and then like playing it and forgetting to hit pause at that one spot. But yeah, that was
Wasted his time. Fucking like, you fucking asshole.
Amazing.
no, because it ended up making a funny story, so it wasn't a waste of time, James.
Well, what about the name of the fortune cookie factory? Some dumb goy.
Some dumb voice.
Some dumb guy.
That was fucking hilarious.
They put so much in here that
It
just
did, and it's
kind of
been
fucks with
working.
you.
It's fit. Yeah.
And
It's something you got to watch a few times to catch all the jokes. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
father with the black man with a pizza shop in Harlem. I was like, yes.
The factory guys themselves, they were funny. They're like dancing up there.
Like, so one of us needs a mesh shirt, by the way, just for one of these episodes.
Move your feet to get some pizza.
My man titties are too big for one of those shirts.
The karate suit that Bruce Leroy was wearing, not the gi, but the other shit. I want that, and I would rock it.
I think it's a formal
Have it say
gi.
Popcorn and Pints on the front, and it'll just be my official Popcorn and Pints gi.
I think it's like a dressed, like a formal dressed up gi. It's just it's not always closed and tied. It's just the colors, and it's like
there's
nice,
there's a name for it. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Or what about the hopscotch craps that he was showing the guys?
What about the accents where he's practicing? He's like he's doing all these different accents.
Yeah.
Now, what was really funny about that is it was flipped with him and the Asians.
Oh yeah.
Like the way he spoke is the way when you watch a martial arts movie with Asians is the way they speak, or at least the way like the karate master speaks. And then the way they were speaking is just like damn near any freaking 80s movie with black people.
Okay, funny thing, the Asians, they're all Asians. The people on the factory.
Mm-hmm.
The one goes up to Bruce Leroy, a black male, and puts on a head. He goes, "Oh, look at this shit!" They're making fun of him like he's Chinese. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's what made the movie funny though. In those scenes, is because it was just like the stereotypes were flipped. The stereotypes because he was like really into martial arts. And with martial arts, you learn all that respect and everything else like that. And then these guys were just like, they were shooting dice. They were doing all this other shit, hanging out in the corner. I mean, again, typical black shit. I'm saying this in quotes in the 80s in movies.
I didn't know in Harlem you can become a fucking kung fu master.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's like a master, man.
See, if you grew up in Harlem, you would have been a kung fu master. You wouldn't have to go all the way to California to learn karate.
But Kung Fu and karate are not the same thing. We need to get down to par with that.
I know. I'm just saying.
2 different countries.
They aren't. They aren't.
Different countries. One to kick the other one.
You could have been a kung fu master. You could have been.
Karate is discipline, chopping wood, and doing front kicks.
Listen, it was Mako. It was Mako training him. Okay, he was going to learn it, and he was going to learn right there in New York. Mako wasn't going anywhere else. Secondly, I think that they did perfect by switching up all of these stereotypes of the different ethnicities to poke fun at everything. Because I mean, it makes it clearly it's the entire thing is Asian cultural appropriation. Yeah. So why not do it and show it from other sides?
I agree. You even had Johnny. He looked white, but you're saying he's fucking Oriental. I seen him in other shit too. Did he was he in other movies and shit too?
I feel like I've seen him in other shit.
I have to look him up. If you want to talk about the seriousness of the kung fu in this, though, so where they're shooting the arrows at the beginning there for Leroy.
Oh, wait, where you had to catch the blue color.
He legit chops the one out of the air. Like that was a stunt. They spent 2 hours getting that right. He really did that.
That's awesome.
Did they practice the bullet catch?
Mm-mm.
They're like, how you do that? I believe in you.
That seems like a one opportunity type stunt.
I think that's known as the Baldwin now.
Jesus
Christ. Someone had to do it, huh?
Wow.
That was one of the white guys, not me.
Listen, if anybody's show is going to get sued, I'm glad it's yours.
That's what they call the crow.
The crow.
Right back to Bruce Lee.
Actually, Bruce Lee and his son.
There they go.
Brandon Lee.
I think I'm going to watch Bruce Lee movies for. I'm not going to fucking lie. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to watch the fucking the Chinese Connection one. I'm going to watch the one where the dude with the claw. Got that. I forgot the titles, but
it doesn't matter what the name is. Honestly, they're kind of all the same.
I think he has one called The Last Dragon or something, or
something like that. If you want to watch some
Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon. That's
Cisco. Yep. I know the song.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, he's gonna enter, all right.
No, not that song.
Watch the Ip Man movies. It's
I seen the Hitman. You're talking about the bald dude that actually from the video game.
No.
Oh,
IP.
IP.
Oh, I love them. I seen every fucking one of them. Even the newest one that came out. Like
that's the guy who trained Bruce Lee.
in it. Yeah, that. Oh my god, I love those fucking movies. Every one of them. It don't fall apart. I love every fucking one of them. I'm not gonna lie. You ever seen the IP? You seen it?
I have never
I've
heard
seen a couple of them. I've seen one or two.
Oh my god, Chris, you gotta check that out. Watch those. If you want to watch martial arts, watch it. So fucking good.
It's so good.
Oh my god! So I seen that shit. I put it on an accident. I think at the time I forgot what it was on. It might have been on IFC or something. And I was like, "Ooh, martial arts! I'll just watch this."
Yep.
I was like,
like,
"What the fuck?" Yo, we gotta review them.
Martial arts movies to me are so fucking easy to watch. The more action, the better, of course.
I'm so drawn to horror though, but now I'm like, why am I not watching martial art movies? It's like, god damn it, I miss them.
I do. Every time I watch them, I have a great time.
There's a great one called Journey to the Center of the Earth. Journey to the Center of the... No, shit. What am I saying? Journey to the West. I'm a little high. So...
Join the club.
Wasn't that pretty sure Brandon Fraser made a version of that one.
Not 5-0 goes west?
No.
5-0 goes west. 5-0 kicks ass.
I almost spit my soda out, James.
It's Journey to the West. It's
Enter the 5-0.
Journey to the West.
What's this one about?
It's a kung fu master who's a demon hunter. Has to go from town to town.
Awesome.
It's one visually. It's one of the most beautiful movies I've
Wait
ever
a minute,
seen.
is he he's a martial art exorcist?
Yeah. But
I see the clips of it. I want to see that shit.
There's one where you have to fight this demon fish, and like it's gorgeous. The whole thing is just beautiful.
You're using all kinds of combination of words I never thought I'd hear, but sound fantastic.
I'm telling you, it's. I watched this with two friends, and they thought at the end of it, like, because I didn't want to watch it when they first started. I was like, I'm not into this. I don't care. By the end of it, they were raving about it, and I was just astonished at how beautiful this movie was. They still do not. Casey's one of them. They still do not believe that I like this movie, and because they think I'm fucking with them, and I'm like, I love this movie. I've watched it like 7 times.
Damn, I gotta check it out.
So
I think I've seen clips of it.
It's worth it, man. It's so good.
Oh, it's on YouTube for free. Shit, this might have to be something we have to review. It came out in 2013.
Don't watch on YouTube. Watch a good You need to watch because fuck YouTube, man.
I
you
got
need
a website. I'll watch it.
Movie.
I'll watch it.
What was the name again?
Journey to the
West.
Okay.
Go check that out.
And it's even like the battle at the end with the Monkey King, like, and everything. It's so wonderful.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Yo, I see a lot of movies with the Monkey King.
Well, this one is.
I say martial arts movies, The Drunken Fist.
It's an adaptation of Journey to the West, which was about the Monkey King.
Oh, okay.
It's like the original story, but it's an adaptation of it.
Did you ever see the one with the Monkey King? It was Jackie Chan and Jet Li's in it.
Yes.
Where a normal human goes into the fucking world.
Yep.
And I've seen that too. That wasn't bad, but it was more like a kind of like they're trying to do like a Lord of the Rings. Was that a book?
The Monkey King is like a huge lore in China. It's in it's like gigantic, and there's such grows. Yeah, I mean, if they actually and China they've made these movies over and over and over again, but like if you wanted to do it right, you would have to do it like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think that's how it was, because I think the Drunken Master or something was like Jackie Chan or something. He was like some kind of master.
No, well,
he might have been that Monkey. Was he the Monkey King?
Take the Wikipedia rabbit hole challenge, man, and just go down and read.
Yo, I see a lot of Monkey King shit, and even anime. They have a newer one that came out like 2 years ago. It's like something of high school, like King of High School or something like that. It's like a tournament, but he ends up being like the incarnate of the Monkey King and shit. So I see a lot of Monkey King shit, because that's how I know about the staff. He has this like a bow,
Mm-hmm.
And it fucking grows and shit. You can make it huge and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. Like, trust me, when you watch this movie, you're gonna want to.
I gotta check it out. I might watch it tomorrow actually. Enter what's it? Journey to the West.
Journey to the West. Looks like it's it says it's on a number of things.
The Last Dragon, Mick, on your show tomorrow. If you weren't on tonight, I was gonna use this movie. I swear to you, I was gonna use this movie. But you were on, so I was like, can't use that.
Aaron's still in the hunt for a movie, so I'm gonna try to help him out with that.
I got a couple in mind though. But I'm trying to. I won't even tell you what I'm doing. You just gotta
something Nick Cage related, I'm sure.
For me, I have a good movie, but he put it on the wheel, so he's not gonna do it for your show because we're gonna put it on the wheel. We have it on the wheel. It's called.
So are you looking for like?
Huh?
I mean, I've watched the show. I know that you don't just do movies that are similar in theme all the time, but do you guys want 2 movies that would be a great double feature to talk about?
Yeah.
Always up for it.
Never gonna say no to that. Only if you'll come on and review it with us. How's that?
We'll see, man. It's Saturday. I'm a little high.
He's not gonna remember this conversation.
I'm with you. The conversation's recorded.
He's gonna wake up. He's like, I don't know what I told those motherfuckers.
What did I do?
I don't know what's going on, man. I would do something like Running Man and Predator.
Ooh.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know, like do that Arnold Schwarzenegger doubleheader because I just came off of what James was saying earlier with Running Man. So
I like Running Man actually.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I know I've seen it.
I don't know how much I like it, but I liked it.
I'm down to do that.
And both those movies have 2 ex-governors in them. Both the same, you know, Schwarzenegger and Ventura, but
Ventura.
Yeah, yeah, Jesse Ventura. That's right. Fucking wrestler. Yo, he's out. Oh god, he's funny. I don't know. They just think now Kane the wrestler is a fucking mayor. Like they're just letting all these fucking people.
Or
I didn't know they were into politics.
Diggstown and Roadhouse is another good one. If you like,
hey, I've brought up Roadhouse before.
It's on one of the wheels.
Roadhouse
hasn't popped up yet.
They're remaking it.
Who's going to be the actor? Who's the main actor?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm iffy. We'll see.
If you can find Diggstown, Diggstown, and Road, that's a great double feature.
Okay.
They're both small town movies with great actors in them.
Different actors, not the same.
Oh yeah. One's James Woods, Louis Gossett Jr., Bruce Dern is in Diggstown,
and the other one's
and then of course
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, Sam Elliott.
All right. Okay.
And did you know that Roadhouse? Kelly Lynch is in Roadhouse, and she plays the blonde doctor, and she's married to a producer that's best friends with Bill Murray.
Really?
So every time for like 30 years, that movie would be on TV. It didn't matter if it was 4 a.m. He would call his friend and say, "I'm looking at your wife naked," and then hang up on him. And you can Bill Murray tells that story in interviews. He does it all. He says
he is so fucked up.
All right, Mick, since you're still here, of course, one more movie to go with Journey to the West.
Real quick about Elliot, from Roadhouse, the guy. He looks the fucking same still.
Yeah. With the
mustache. Know who he is?
The
dude with the mustache. He was in The Ranch on Netflix.
Yep.
With Cushion. He looks.
Or did you just say the dude with the mustache? It's Sam Elliott.
Elliott.
It's Sam Elliott.
Chris was like the dude with the mustache. I was like, yeah, that's him.
You can't review movies and just say the dude with the mustache for Sam Elliott.
Change. He looks the fucking same. You can never mix him up.
He was born with that beautiful mouth.
Yeah, he was that beautiful stash. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls it off. Cowboy. There's not many. He's one of them.
He's always like a cowboy in every movie too, huh?
He loves being a cowboy.
Yeah, he came out of the womb with that mouth broom
and a cowboy hat.
If I'm gonna say, what would be a cool one? It'd be out there and it'd be different. And a lot of people may not like this, but just kind of going with the kung fu element. If you want to go back in time to like a crazy movie after watching Journey to the West, watch Super Cop with Jackie Chan.
Oh, I see Super Cop.
It's a great movie. Watch the
Yeah.
original. You can watch them all. It's a great franchise. But watch it because
I'm a fan of Jackie Chan.
No,
movies. I'm talking about before he came to America.
What year?
I'm talking about before America.
What year?
Ah.
Because he made a movie called Super Cop in the 90s, which was a continuation, but they called it Super Cop, and it was sort of a reboot.
Honestly, I don't know, but I know. Was the original Super Cop subtitled?
Very early 80s is when that one came out.
Was it subtitled?
Well, they dubbed it too, but yeah, there's subtitles.
I think every movie I see, like all the before he got famous, like in America, I watched a lot of his movies subtitled.
Mm-hmm.
Even what's his the Karate Guy Fat, something fat or whatever. I seen his movie. I watched a lot of subtitle shit. Martial arts, like Drunken Master. Eric, that was all subtitled. That shit wasn't here. That wasn't a fucking American movie.
Even a lot
except for the remakes, they did a lot of fucking things to him.
Even a lot of his movies back in the 90s were dubbed, and he would go to they'd film them in like Rumble in the Bronx was filmed in like Australia or something or New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rumble in the Bronx. I remember that fucking.
It was always the weirdest accents in the dub for the Bronx.
Even Jet Li, Fearless and everything before he got famous in America. Loved those movies. So many, goddamn! It's gonna be like a kung fu fucking marathon tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up and just fucking watch movies all day.
Start watching kung fu movies.
James is gonna wake up in a black gi talking about so everybody was kung fu.
Yo, I'm old and broken. I'm gonna think I'm a fucking kung fu master by the end of the day. I'm gonna be challenging my dog and shit. Like, bring a bitch. She's like, oh, kick out the window. Wife comes home, she might get a fucking chop to the neck or something.
She gotta come home and go, baby, watch this. Throw a loaf of bread up there, try to kick it, blow your knee out again.
Yeah, I know. Or I'm gonna challenge her. I'm gonna be like I'm the Shogun and shit. She's Bruce Leroy. She fucks me up.
I predict at some point James is gonna need a ride to the hospital tomorrow.
Yep.
James, what happened? What happened to James? I fell down the stairs. He was trying to kick bread.
He watched too many kung fu movies.
I tried to fucking chop the fucking bagel in half with my fucking hand, like.
Yeah, as kids, when you watch these movies, you want to get up and do karate.
Yo, I'm not going to kid. Like especially like the end when he's fighting Shogun, like the song. So as the song starts, and the part with the little kid when Johnny got hurt, and they're like, he did that serious look. He's like, oh, like the hair stuck up on my arms and shit. You get the goosebumps feel, like the tingle. I was like, oh fuck! I'm like, my body was like reacting, getting like excited and shit. Fucking God, I love this movie, man. I forgot how much I love this movie.
Yo, as a matter of fact, so I put this movie on the wheel, The Last Dragon. I think it was when we started making the wheels last year, right?
Yeah.
I ordered this shirt the same week, hoping that movie was gonna come soon, and it's been like over a year or a little more. And
hey, we finally hit it.
It's been a long time.
It's a good match. It fucking landed with Karate Kid. That's a great show.
Funny story. So my wife was like, did you guys set that up to land on the Karate Kid and The Last Dragon? I was like, no. I said there was 4 movies left. So the next 2 we're going to do next week. I was like, there's 4 movies left on that wheel. And we spun it the first 2 times and I picked these 2 movies. And then, what was left was what was left. But I was like, that was just because they're both, I mean, all of us admitted we had great times with both of these films.
They're both classic. They're both fun. They're both martial art movies.
Yeah. And in a sense, I feel like both of them got children into martial arts more so, or wanting to do it or watch more martial arts movies.
I'm not going to lie. I want to be martial arts.
With The Last Dragon, it may have helped more, African-American children want to be, because you see someone that looks like you on screen. It's like, and this is why representation is important, people.
Yo, I want to be Bruce Leroy.
They both. And but that's what I was talking about. Like, all joking aside, that's what I was talking about earlier in the episode. Like, watching these type of movies, it's like, you pretend you're Daniel, you pretend you're Bruce Leroy, fucking bat. Like, you didn't think of, oh, this guy's white, so I can't be him, or oh, this guy's Asian, so I can't. You just, that was it. It was just, I know we're not acting in a movie, but still, as kids, it was, and no one was saying any different. Like, hey, go ahead, you could all be Bruce Lee and fight each other, whatever.
Dude, if I was Bruce Leroy, damn well I'd be named. You know how red names are junk. I'd like name it Katana or something.
This is taking a weird turn.
Yep. That's what James does.
I'm sorry.
He gets
I'm
the drink. He
I'm
gets the
high
drink.
and buzzed.
Yeah, if he gets the drink, it gets a little loose.
Oh boy. So what are the movies next week? I forgot.
Oh, another thing I got to mention about Last Dragon Bite. After you tell the movies.
No, go ahead, James. I'm gonna pull it
Oh, okay. So the moral of the story is, you get the glow is when you believe yourself is the master. Because Jonuff was going through the whole movie saying he was the fucking master.
Not when you believe you're the master. When you know you're the master.
There you go.
When you know you're the master, because that's how he started getting. And Leroy's looking like, how this motherfucker know the glow, and he's like, psh, psh, like it's electricity and shit.
In red.
He loses it because he knows Leroy's the master.
Yeah, because Leroy started beating him and he started losing it. But the thing is, he wasn't a full glow though. His was more like a sparks. Like when he was going, Leroy was just glowing gold around him.
Well, that's because when Leroy gained it, when Leroy, he saw and he goes, I'm the master. You son of a bitch. That's a weird fucking duo right there.
Oh, these two?
You threw me off on this one.
Yeah, you're talking about sci-fi with Minority Report. I don't know if I've seen Willow. I've seen Minority or whatever that one was.
I know I've seen Willow. I'm not sure I've seen Minority Report.
I don't think I've seen either one of these. I may have seen Minority Report, but I don't remember. So
okay, yeah, they're totally opposite. But hey,
good time to watch Willow. Disney has the series coming out. So,
really?
Am I the only one who's seen both? Mad Monaghan.
I may have seen Minority Report.
I don't think I've seen Willow. I think I've seen Minority Report.
Both good.
It'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun one.
Oh,
I mean, do we really have to figure out what the connection is with these two movies? I mean,
maybe
martial arts.
Underdog. Well, Leroy's not really underdog, but in his mind he is. He don't believe he's the master.
He doesn't believe in himself. Self-belief.
He's self-believing
in yourself.
You want to go a little deeper.
Believing in yourself.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. I'll pay money to watch Bruce Lee fight Karate Kid.
You got a point. I mean, he was trying to show him. I guess he didn't.
Karate Kid does not teach you to believe in yourself.
No.
You're right.
He'll stubborn.
No point.
He was like, do the hand. I'm going out there. Then he got lucky with the fucking illegal kick. And
kick people in the face. That's what I get out of these.
You can kick people in the face.
Dress like ninjas and throw fucking ninja stars at people. Shuriken.
Get yourself a fancy looking silky.
Women make you do some shit.
No, seriously. Now I want to buy like throwing darts, and I want to put a board up and just start throwing fucking.
I'm gonna advise you not to do it.
It's all about the ladies.
Friend, I'm gonna advise you not to do it.
I'm gonna be like a fucking kung fu kick tomorrow.
You can't be a kung fu master without a lady.
I'm gonna put a fucking robe on, like my bathrobe with the belt. Think it's a fucking like black belt and shit.
The sad thing is, there won't be anything under that.
No, it's not.
The moral of each story is all the white.
How you think they move so fast, man? You don't.
All the white kids flock to the West Coast for karate, and all the black kids flock to the East Coast for kung fu because they knew where it was really at.
Hey, Chris, how am I going to chop you down with my katana if it's covered?
So, I mean, with the glow, I mean, guess what?
You certainly can't hide it anywhere.
Super Saiyan.
Listen,
Super Saiyan.
Daniel may have caught that fly, but he chopped an arrow out of the air. So,
they fight Bruce Roy. I'm telling you, like 1 second, one fucking kick. You're like, wow! Kick her in the face, Leroy. Fucking Daniel's down. He's out and gone.
They're like, you're supposed to lose it.
I'll call it right now. Bruce Leroy will kick fucking Miyagi's ass.
I mean, at the ages, yes, maybe in his prime.
No, because technically he's a master. He has the glow.
You're saying
he's supposed to beat everybody. He's like a reincarnate of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee had the glow.
Remember, though, if done appropriately, there is no defense. Crane kick.
So, can Leroy take a kick to the face? Is the question.
I think he took a lot more. I think he took.
He took chains to the fucking ribs.
He got punched. He got hit with the glow.
He got his ass kicked before the final fight. So he got his advantage automatically.
He got shot in the face.
Caught a bullet with his teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not a foot.
Yo, that's in a lot of martial arts movie, by the way.
I mean, that big toenail could be pretty sharp.
The bullet catch. Oh, by the way, fucking Shogun. You know, like how he was fighting. Like you're like he thinks he's a master, but he did the bend down. The dude was like 7 foot tall. He did the donkey kick and shit.
No, kick
He
him in the
down.
face.
He was like, no, he bent down and he back kicked him. Like the fucking donkey kick. I was like, the moves it's still good though. Like everything was like fast, like real like kung fu kicks, but then they did the little cheesy like the wrestling where you grab them and you flip them over on their back, and they're acting like they hit the ground so hard they're like, oh.
I love that shit. I love that shit in these type of movies.
I love it. It's so cheesy, but I love it.
I love it. Yeah, same here. Like it's.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of all martial art movies, this might be my favorite one.
It's definitely up
unless
there.
Unless if I go back and it jogs my memory of like a certain Bruce Lee movie.
You know what I'll say, James? It depends on what you're looking for. Like this one has like as far as like a fun story, something that's kind of cool. Great music.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yes, but if you're looking for like the best fighting scenes, not that this
is straight like nonstop action. No, the Raid movie. Mick, you ever see the Raid movies?
The Raid 1 and 2.
Oh, the Raid is amazing, and so is the Ong Bak movies. They're all really good.
Yes.
But they're all different styles. That's the thing.
No, I know.
Like you're getting a different.
You ever see the
different
Protector?
vibe and feel from the different cultures.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
You ever see the Protector?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you know what it is about the Raid ones. What I enjoyed so much is because it was they used they didn't use a lot of guns for the first one they did, but they didn't use a lot. When they got close up, it was hand-to-hand combat or like katanas or just some sort of weapons like that, and it was so it was much more brutal and violent that way than the whole.
It was nonstop though. That was the whole story from the beginning to the end. It was straight up fighting through the whole thing.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah. All right, I'm super high. I'm going to bed.
All right, have a good one, Mick.
Have a good one, man. Make sure you guys go check out.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
We love you too, man. Scenesnobs.com. You can get all of their links. I'm gonna be on Real Combat.
I'm gonna help Aaron find a movie for you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll find. I'm in.
Send me a new thingy with your thingy things on this one of these days, Mick.
I'm gonna send you a new logo because that one is blown out, and I'm gonna get you a good one.
Please do.
I love you guys. You guys have a great show. Make sure everybody's watching.
Good to see you, buddy.
Take care, gentlemen.
I'm pretty tired myself, gentlemen.
Yeah, we can wrap this one up. Final ratings for
10.
Yeah,
8 and 10.
Yeah,
I'm with you. So 8 and 10. This was a great episode. This was a fun episode.
It was a good one.
So really quick, last time, people. This is what we're reviewing next Saturday. James' favorite actor, Tom Cruise.
Fucking Tom Cruise.
Should be interesting.
Minority Report and Willow. So this is going to be an interesting week.
Every movie like that, he fights like he's like one of those characters. It's like Mission Impossible.
And I'll be full of booze and chicken wings, so I should be.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be right in the mood.
What time? You said that's 12 to 6.
Yes.
We'll see. I'm thinking about going, but we'll see. We'll see.
I want to think about it long. Tickets might probably sold out.
All right, then I'm not going. It's all good though. Probably working OT though.
So it's not like the soup thing where you just walk around?
It is, but you have to have a ticket. You can't get your wings if you don't have a ticket.
Oh, okay.
It's ahead of time. All good though.
All right.
We'll see.
I mean, you're free to walk around, sure.
No, I'm not walking around chicken and not eating chicken. That's disrespectful to my people and myself. Most importantly, myself. But we're gonna wrap this one up, people. Make sure you guys go check out the Z Network, Worst Damn Gamer, Dreams of Creator, Any Last Words, So Good It's Scary on all their platforms. They all have a TikTok. They all have YouTube, IG, as you can see, Facebook. Any Last Words has a Patreon. Just check out all the amazing content that they all do, that we all do over there, and more shows on the Z Network. Horror Research 30, Popcorn and Pints, Horror Research 30s every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Popcorn and Pints is every Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Stories from a Bar, you're going to get some amazing brewery talk. You're going to know where to get to a nice drink in the capital region, as well as some awesome music to listen to. And we're going to get the fuck out of here. I have to pee like a tree on a Friday night, even though it's Saturday, and that doesn't make any sense. I don't care. You do. I don't. Peace. Thanks for popping by.
I'm the master.
No, he's not. Baby, you see how the white guy has to say some shit like that?
I'm the right. You didn't let me finish. I said I'm the masturbator.
Okay.
There you go. Right.
I'm the master.
I just didn't say anything.
Peace out, people.
Peace out.